Freedom, named because it's made with all hardware I've got for free and it uses free and open source software. The reason for my notebook being on top is to cover up the Windows product key as well as an old asset tag label that's half peeled off. Hate them labels. So I've got a couple of disk drives for ripping mini discs for home movies and such, which is what this was built for. And below that, one of the multi-card readers that's got support for all the old formats. Because yes, I do actually still have to deal with them occasionally. That is, by the way, wrong. We're not running Windows 7 anymore. It's just got the standard power input. There's no PCI cards in this. And we've got a DVI out, which is what I normally use because I don't have anything supporting VGA. I just use wired networking because this is transferring lots of files. USB for the keyboard and mouse. So with the side panel removed, you can see that this is a 300 watt power supply, standard one for this machine. We've got the two disk drives in there, hooked up reasonably neatly with the standard OEM cables. Because I actually had another one of these, so I could just get an identical cable to OEM and make it look kinda neat. Then that hard drive, it's a Seagate 7200 RPM 80GB, a bit obsolete by modern standards. So as for weight, although the thing is backwards, that says 9 kilos, not 6 kilos. And yeah, there is a t-shirt that stopped scratching the scales, but I think that weight's negligible. When I tried to get OBS started on Freedom, it just gave me this error. Probably due to it being old integrated graphics that isn't supported at all, so I didn't bother fixing this because it's not necessarily needed. So I decided just to record the benchmark results and such on my laptop. So Freedom has an Intel Core i3-550 processor, which is first gen Intel, 32 nanometers, 2 cores, 4 threads, 3.2 GHz, 73 watt TDP, and surprisingly for a CPU this old and low end, 16.38 GB maximum RAM support. Obviously I've only got 6 GB and probably won't be expanding that because I don't really have a need to. PCI Express 2 of course, because it's not new enough to be PCI Express 3. LG1156 socket. (64-bit), and as for the benchmark results, got 466 in single core, 842 multi-core in Geekbench 5. Using Linux Mint 20, I have actually updated. And I don't think there's anything particularly of note further down. As you can see from this comparison table, it performs a little bit better than Happy Laptop in single core, but a little bit worse in multi-core, and uses so much more power. So overall I think it does worse.